Hello, here's a very quick video on how to send an email to a teacher. I'm making this video mostly for students in my own class, so I'm going to tell you things that I like, but this can apply to pretty much any teacher. Okay, you have your email window. It's going to look the same even if you're on mobile. You're going to have the CC, that stands for carbon copy. Another feature is blind carbon copy in case you are unaware of that. And then you have the subject, and then you have the body of the email. So those are the different sections that we're going to be referring to, right? Now, it's very easy because the to is obviously going to be to me or your teacher, whoever. This, if you're using Outlook, the Microsoft product Outlook, then everybody in the school board will be able to show up on here. So as long as you know somebody's name, last name, you should be able to type it and it'll show up, right? My name will show up when you type it in. So easy for you to find. Means you don't have to remember as many emails. However, you should remember your teacher's email. You should have that easy to find. You shouldn't have to be searching for it here. You should be able to look on the LMS and find it. All right, what's the most important thing to put in the email? It's the subject. That's the key thing we're going to talk about today. I'm going to keep this short. You need to put a subject. What happens if you send an email without a subject? It says, all I know about the email is just who it's from. It's from you, and you have a question about something, I don't know what. And when I am going through my email, navigating through all of these messages that I'm getting, I can't figure out who things are from. So the subject is the most important thing that you need to put in. The subject is very easy. How do you know what subject to put? Are you asking about a quiz we just did? Do you know the name of the quiz? What quiz specifically was it? Because we do multiple quizzes in a course. You do multiple tests. You can't just say quiz. You're talking about a quiz, but which one? We have done a bunch, right? Even if it's at the start and we've only done one, still tell me what it is. The quizzes and tests and assignments, everything you have to do will be numbered. So you could call something like the, Rutherford assignment or something like that, or you could call something about the ecology assignment, or whatever it is that you're talking about. Be as specific as possible in the subject. All right. If you want to talk to me about multiple things, then you could say ecology assignment and quiz 1, or you could say ecology assignment and test 1, for example, right? If you're interested about your mark, you could say and mark. So the subject should just basically include everything that you want to talk to me about, and then the body of the email can be a little less formal. Don't worry about the formality of it. You could just say, hey, or whatever, or you can even just go into it. I was concerned with my mark on this, etc., or whatever it may be, or I noticed a mistake on the test, and going from there, right? This is really the most effective way to do it. The subject is the key thing, because what's going to happen is you're going to send this email and I'm going to reply to this email, and you might also reply to me again. We might go back and forth a few times. This way, it's one conversation. We're only talking about one thing. If you don't put a subject in, and then we start talking about multiple different things in one email exchange, that's confusing for me. It might not be for you, and that's great. You have a better cognitive ability than I do, but it's not good for me. I have 30 different of these conversations. I need to make sure that they're all organized, and then I can actually get them fixed. If you have a problem, it's more efficient for me to do it this way, because I can ensure that it actually gets fixed. If you want me to change something, right? If you notice a mistake or you want me to fix something, I will do it faster if you type in a subject. If we're just going back and forth with an email chain and I don't even remember when you sent this or when you asked me to do this, there's a good chance I could miss it. If you just put everything you need in a single email, then we can go back and forth and we can do it like that. All right. So remember that an email is not just like a conversation that you're having that you think of just random things and just type them in. Oh, by the way, do this. It should take a little bit of extra time with an email because you're writing it down. All right. This won't take you that long overall to write. You're only going to write a few sentences and stuff. Okay. So you have to make sure that you know exactly you need to make sure that I know exactly what you are talking about, right? If you don't know the name of the quiz and you're just like, oh, is that one quiz randomly we did, whatever, take the time to figure out what it is, okay? You do that little bit of extra work, which is just a minute or two. If the 30 or however many people in the class, if you all do that little bit of work, it saves me like half an hour, 20, it saves me lots of time. So you just take 1 or 2 extra minutes, it can save me like up to like 10, 15 minutes. So I would very much appreciate that. Thank you. Very helpful. So remember, we have these are called fields. So we have the to field. This is who it's going to. You have the CC, carbon copy, and real quick at the end, blind carbon copy. If I type somebody into the BCC, when I send this to multiple people, if I had multiple recipients on there, no one would be able to see this BCC. So that's a pretty interesting thing. So if you're sending an email to a teacher, to somebody, and maybe it's a group project, you can put your group project numbers in the CC field so that everybody knows who's on it. The BCC, however, only the people I believe that it's to, no one's going to see who else is on the email chain. Just FYI. So those are some little things. Subject field right here, and then what we have called the body of the email, which is like the actual text that you're writing. Great, thanks. Hopefully this was helpful.